Alright, and here we go! Hello gamers, welcome back! We are gonna be doing some art today, that's gonna be fun. Hello everybody, I see Purveyor in chat already, hi, how you doing? Hope everybody's having a good day, good week, good everything. It's been an eventful week for me, but I am happy to be here again and just to be doing some stuff. I got some fun plans for today, some game art specifically, but also maybe something else. Maybe we can do something else as well, but I'll get to that all in due time. Let me not spoil the surprise. There's a little poll in chat right now where you can vote for the background music of the stream. There's a couple of options, something Sonic-y, something Froggery, something Sam & Maxy, or a random fourth option, whatever you feel like. Hey Nocturnal Donut, hi, how are you? I'm gonna head on right over to the canvas in a second. Right now we're just listening to the soundtrack of Snake Pass, which is a game that I don't love the game, unfortunately. I made it to like World 2 and I got too frustrated with it, but the soundtrack is exceptional. It's really good. Oh yeah, Sam & Max, of course, they recently announced that they're bringing back Poker Night at the inventory, which is cool. Like, they're remastering that as well. Very happy about that. It's not something I'm gonna play because I don't care about poker, but still, it's cool that it's back, like, for those who are interested in that. I'm very happy about that. Hey, Rai, how are you? I mean, we spoke, like, moments ago, but still, hi! Good to see you here. Also, check out Raimani on Blue Sky, because he just posted something new, which is very cool. I like it a lot. Cool new art. A little secret. Unless you check it out, then it won't be a secret anymore. Wow. Crazy how these things work. Let me switch over to the flipping these windows. There we go. There we go. Look at all this. We're gonna do one of these today. Maybe several even. Because these are for my game. There's gonna be like little portraits on the left side and the right side. Left side is Aster, who's getting her ass kicked right now. And the right side is characters who she's gonna talk to. Like Otto, who is like the, you know, autopilot robot thingy of her ship. Also happens to be like sort of based on a bicycle and also happens to be her dad. Don't worry about it, it will all make sense someday. Love the new peach shirted avatar, thank you. I like it too. I was actually thinking about doing a different one, or like a variation of this, because I'm still not quite happy with it. Like, I like the shirt. I actually have the shirt in real life now. I got it printed, like as a pink shirt with peach on it, and I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong, it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's maybe a little too cutesy for me, to be honest. I'm glad I tried it, because I never had a pink shirt before, and it's been nice to explore that, you know, that way of expressing myself through different colors and whatnot, but I don't love it, honestly. I feel like stuff like a more like a yellowy shirt or something fits me way better. Just my vibes and whatnot. So maybe I'll do a variation of this avatar. I do quite like the ponytail. I've been trying out the ponytail for a bit, and it's growing on me. I think I quite like it. Just not every day, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, these are avatars for characters that can appear in the game that you can talk to during like flight, like while you're like flying around and doing stuff. And I was doing some different like concepts for expressions and whatnot. I really quite like these at the bottom here. But I think I'm gonna make this one today, because it's important to have like these particular enemies that they talk to you in the first level. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that doodle, let me check if I have the right layer. I'm just gonna copy that and use that as a base. Now let's see. I gotta remove this one. Just put this over here, rename it to the sketch layer, and I'll just call this one sketch 2. Now let me get that. Oh, whoops! Oh, I pasted it twice. Hold on. Let me see. Also, you can't see my layers on the right. I figured it wasn't the most interesting part of the stream. I made like the art part a little bigger, so you can see better like what I'm drawing and all that, and you can see some of my brushes and settings on the left for those who care about that sort of thing, you know. But this is going to be the main focus of today, I think, like getting some character portraits done. We'll see how that works out. I want to have her like slightly stick out of the frame because I think that's fun. Like she's scooching over. Also, what this character is going to look like. Let me get you a reference of the full like design for this particular character. Yeah, it's this one. One of these cop robots that's chasing you. I am just gonna have to try to get on model with that, because the sketch is a little sketchy, to say the least. Let me see. Oh, the soundtrack poll is evenly matched. We got 33% for 3 of the options. If anybody wants to do an extra vote, that would be appreciated, so we can actually decide on one. Otherwise, I'll just pick one. But yeah, this is the character. I'll just put this here as a reference. I should have a reference folder. I don't need all the doodles on the right. Let me just grab this shape and then we should be... Oops. Whoa, whoa. I think I need to get like a new mouse for my PC. Because it's just been randomly like stopping with... Like sometimes it won't click and sometimes it will double click randomly. Which is scary because sometimes when, you know, clicking is important. Also, here are some other references as well. Let me just get these out of the way. Let me add some color bits to this one so it's easier to pick the colors that I need. Go. I mean, white, I guess, is a color. I don't know. Any other colors here? I guess there's the gray parts. That's important. And like the shaded gray parts. I think that's it already. Cool. Oh, there's the blue. That's the shading of the white parts. We should keep track of that as well. Yeah, alright. That's it. That's all we need. Let me get rid of these. I think we're good to go with just making a better sketch for this one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower the opacity of the first sketch. And I'm gonna go over that with a new sketch. And that's it. Let's check it out. Okay, looks like Frogger won in the soundtrack poll. Let's get some Frogger going. Let's do it. Thanks for voting. Let me see. What do we have in terms of Frogger today? Swampy's Revenge, we got The Great Rescue, we got the original one on PS1, of course, but we've listened to that one so many times. I like to switch things up. Let's do Frogger Beyond. I think that one's fun. With the rap. That's the one with the rap. Let's do the rap one. Hell yeah. I'm feeling that today. That is incredibly loud. Goodness gracious. This should be better. Okay, let me know if the volume on this is okay. Like me talking and also the the violent banjo music in the background. Let me lower that just a smidge. I don't want it to be too low because I want you to be able to hear the rap. I'll be quiet for the rap so you can hear it. Whenever that is. I don't know if it's gonna play yet. If I go quiet, you'll know that I'm listening to the Frogger rap and absolutely vibing. Hey! Hello, how you doing, Boney? Oh, there we go. I fucking love that. The official Frogger rap. Frogger spitting bars, true! It's sick. Also, hello Future34, hello. Welcome. I'm just gonna draw some character portraits today for my characters. And after that, maybe something special. I do have an idea for something. In particular, that will give you a little peek behind the scenes of how I perhaps make these little stream avatars. Thought it could be cool if I just... because I was talking about how this particular stream avatar that I have right now, the with the pink shirt, I like it, but I want to make some tweaks to it. So, I figured, might as well do that on stream. I'll just show you how I make these little 2D avatars. And just kind of explain the process of that. I think it could be cool. Not a full-on tutorial, mind you, just, you know, for fun. Also, this next track on the soundtrack of Frogger Beyond is just water noises. Reminds me of the Rayman 1 soundtrack, where there's a lot of ambient noises in there as well. It's nice, it's very atmospheric, I don't mind it. Yeah, I'm making this new sketch like a lot more on model. Should be better. So there's like little subtle differences between the design of Rogue, which is another character of mine, and these like officer robots. Like they're similar, like they're obviously from the same production line. They're both robots who work in law enforcement, or used to work in law enforcement after all. However, there's like some subtle differences. Like, for example, the new ones are widescreen, which hints at Rogue being an outdated model. Oh, this track is nice. Also, the eyes are like a little more smooth. It's like the lines. It's like a little more high-tech, the new ones. There we go. I think that looks good. I might as well just go right into line art. Oh well, this should be fine. Water ASMR. Sounds relaxing. Yeah, exactly. Rogue has faster response time due to being a CRT. True. Let's see, the hat, of course. There's like this weird symbol thing. I don't even know what it means. It's just a symbol with a triangle on it. Maybe it shows their rank or something. I don't know. I do want to have this like slightly rotated. I think it could be fun. I think that actually I should change the angle of this a little. Like this shoulder should be up. I also kind of want to have her lean like on the bottom part here. Let me just try something here. Need to make it all fit in this frame. Like not exactly in the frame. I want the characters to be able to pop out of the frame, which is fun. But yeah. Let's see. Would Rogue changing her appearance count as changing clothes or body surgery, given how her clothes are part of her body? I don't know. I don't think Rogue's. Hold on. Let me talk properly. Rogue, you know, she's a robot. She wears like an outfit. She has like this cool biker jacket, and the rest of her body is not like. I don't know. A lot of it is just like metal or like metallic in a way. I don't know. I'm trying to formulate a good answer for this one. I don't really know. I just like their designs, but no, her jacket is like clothing, so she can just put on like different outfits. I don't think it counts as like, you know, robotic surgery or anything like that. Bum 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 bum. Let me get this one off to the side a little bit. I forgot about like the little things I gave them, like these, the headset thingies, the microphones that they have, that they can use to communicate to each other. Have to make some room for that. Go. Arm should be something like this, I think. One of the fingers out like that, just for like a more fun silhouette. You could do a lot with like hand posing, give a little more personality to it. Go, it's more like that. Stretch this area a little bit. There's a lot of like small proportion things that I need to get right here. I'm focusing a bit. I think it's looking okay so far though. They're cute. Deceptively cute, of course, because, you know, they're flipping cops, but yeah. Last few days have been nuts. First MST3K comes back, and so does Bomberman. Happy that you could explode. Oh, cool. I'm happy for you. Flipping Bomberman coming back with like a collection. That is indeed really fun. I like that a lot. However, I'm not super interested in the Super Bomberman games personally. Like, I'm happy for him, but I'm just glad the franchise is alive, thank God, because I love me some Bomberman. But the Super Bomberman games, like, they're alright, they're alright, they're okay. Not my favorites, but I'll take it. You should angle the head a little bit, let me see. That's better, that's better. Like it's seen slightly from below. I think that works. Oh yeah, the stock music. Or like this melody is from something. This melody is from something. I just don't know what. It's like classical music or something. There we go. I think this is starting to look okay. I think this looks acceptable. Let me just remove the lower sketch a little bit. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good. What do y'all think, chat? I think this is looking fine. And of course, she's like twirling one of these. Monkey noises. Glad they included that on the soundtrack of Frogger Beyond. Worthwhile addition. Gee, Billy, what was your favorite track in the Frogger Beyond soundtrack? The monkey noises, you say? Alright. We're putting you down. Maybe this change should be a little more loose. She's like swirling it around, so... There we go. Maybe I'll do like a little silly thing like this. To show that it's like twirling. Kinda like that. Kinda like that. I'm starting to like this one. This looks pretty good. I don't mind this one at all. It's a pretty good sketch. Let me flip this. Yeah, it looks alright. Maybe more like this. This soundtrack really is quite fun. I do like it. Let's get the arms a little better. A little more anatomically correct. Even though, you know, they're robots, so it doesn't matter that much, but I'm trying. Alright, let's roll with this one, shall we? Get some line art going here. Oh, let me catch up on chat. Woo! Handful of interesting announcements. Yeah, there was quite a bit of fun with the Nintendo Direct. Just nothing that I'm personally that into. Let's see. More like how Barbie can change shoes instead of how Woody and Jessie are stuck with their boots as feet. Yes, exactly. The robots in this universe, like the characters of mine, they can still put on different outfits and stuff. They're not like actually part of their body. They can wear whatever they like. Also, that gives me the option to just, you know, put them in fun outfits. It's fun to do. There's gonna be a physical Pokemon pinball machine. Interesting. I didn't know about that. I just knew that there was a GBA Pokemon pinball game that I think had Rumble in the cartridge or something. There was something special up of that particular game. Super Bomberman 2 exists. Yeah, it sure did. Oh, Super Bomberman R2. Yes. Yeah, I heard it sucks. I didn't get it because I heard so many bad things about it. It's such a shame because I like the first Bomberman R quite a bit, but man. That is such a shame. Like, I think nobody played that one. Gonna head out for lunch. It was nice seeing you, Mark. Have a good day. Thank you, Jem. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good lunch. Liking how the portrait's looking so far. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Like the enemy from the TMNT arcade game. Yeah, I have to look that up actually. TMNT arcade game. I am not sure if I'm familiar with that. Oh, those guys, right. I think I know these. Yeah, I think I've seen those before. Cool. Let's see. Wait, where was I? Right, I was gaming. Let me get some lines down. I think the line width should be 6. Was it 6? Let me, Alright, there's gonna also be, flipping... I should lower the opacity of the background a little bit. Let me get these. There we go, so I can see the lines better. Okay. Let me check. I think the other one was also, like, is this 6? Hold on. I should just do it like this. That's about the same. Okay, so I think it's 6. Okay, that's good, that's good. I need to keep the lines consistent, because there's gonna be a lot of character portraits, and I want to make sure that they all, you know, fit. They need to look right. I don't even think there's gonna be that many character portraits during, like, the flight portion of the game. Like, the more arcadey shooting style stuff. But definitely during, like, cutscenes and whatnot. I want to have a bunch of portraits. So it's very important to me that they look good. As well as the writing is good, but that's for later, that's for later. I'm still working on that. I'm already writing cutscenes for the game, which is very fun. I think I've pretty much finished the opening cutscene. And then also written some dialogue for the first, like, actual level, pretty much. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I want to, like, do a tutorial stage and then do the first level, or if I want to have, like, the first level be a stage that teaches you stuff, but it's not strictly a tutorial level, you know? Like, it sort of teaches you things, but it's already, like, pretty engaging and interesting. As opposed to, like, do this to do this, like, you know, like, clear instructions where, like, the game pauses every now and then. Oh, Frogger. You and your familiar melodies from probably, like, classical music? Yeah, because I'm drawing these rather small, because this is, like, the actual game resolution. Maybe I should be drawing them bigger just in case I need, like, bigger variants of them later. But also, you know... I don't know if I would need that, and I don't want to waste more, like, disk space than I need. These character portraits take up a lot of disk space, like just all the art assets for the game in general. That looks fine, that looks nice. I think this arm might be a bit too long, is it? Nah, looks okay. I think the arm should be, like, slightly chubbier, perhaps? Maybe. I'll think about that while I finish the rest. Monster noises. Another banger. Frogger Beyond just can't lose. I think I need to make the symbol a little bit bigger to match the concept arts. I just drew this character like once and it just became like the perfect reference piece. No, wait, I drew them twice. I've drawn this one twice, actually. There's like an older concept of her as well. It's still floating around somewhere on my blue sky, probably. Both of her and of Rogue. I think his right arm looks fine. Should I add more detail to that or not? Nah, it's probably fine like this. I like how this hand came out, actually. It's looking pretty good. As for the actual, like, Frogger Beyond video game, I heard it's pretty rancid. Like, I saw those minecart levels that were just, not good. They didn't look good. Not at all. Must have been Nitro Rad's video that he did on it that I watched. Yeah, get ready for some scathing Frogger opinions on this stream. Hold on to your hats. The only Frogger game that I played the most of is the GBA one, like the one that people really seem to like, Lost Wand. People had some like kind things to say about that game, so I thought, oh, I'll check it out. Then I played it for a little bit, and I thought like, okay, and then I never played it again. It was pretty good, but I don't know, it just didn't really grab me, I guess. A lot of games don't really grab me anymore, which is a shame. I want to play more video games, but I have to like be in a certain mood to actually play them, you know. And the game needs to like do a specific thing to my brain chemistry to get me hooked. One game that hooked me today was flipping Team Sonic Racing. I still had it on Steam and I thought, you know what? Let me try it out. And it's not very good. Surprisingly. Gosh, the game that died like within a month. Like, the online servers are completely barren right now. Yeah, no, that game is apparently not great. I mean, it's fine. It looks good. It controls very smoothly. But it does, like, none of the interesting stuff that Transformed did. It's not as chaotic and, like, crazy as Crossworlds. It's just kind of there. That's such a shame. Oh well. Let me catch up on chat. Like an instructive first level. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, some kind of, like, level... I'm not sure yet how I want to do this, because it's not a very typical, like, shoot 'em up game that I'm making. Like, it's supposed to be a little different from the typical shoot 'em up. Meaning that you might need some easing into it, like some explanations. Maybe I'll just do like an optional tutorial stage where you just fly through it real quick and I teach you the basics, and after that you get like clearance to go for the real thing, you know? But I don't know. I don't know yet how I want to do this. I'm still like sort of in the phase where I'm constructing like all the stuff I need for the game, as opposed to whatchamacallit, like actually making levels. So there's still quite a bit to do, but it's getting close to that point where I can just like start making levels and design more enemies and whatnot, which is incredibly exciting. Like the dialogue stuff is mostly done. There's no map screen, which that is something I'm gonna have to make, but I won't need it to make like the first milestone goal that I have set in mind. Like I want to make a little demo for my friends so that they can try it out and let me know like if I'm on the right track. That's something. That's like the first thing I want to do. I just need some input on like the most basic aspects of the game. Like, does the gameplay look pretty fun? Is it boring? Is it like what major things do I need to like catch before I move this thing into more full production, I guess. I said it so officially, but it's really just me making a little video game because I like it. This track is pretty fun. Listen to those like weird voice samples. The banjo and all that. I think a banjo should be like the main Frogger instrument. It really sets it apart from like other games. I like it a lot. You could have sworn the previous music was used in a Tom and Jerry Looney Tunes cartoon. I see. There's like a lot of variety in the soundtrack, so I wouldn't doubt it. Frogger's always known for classical music to an extent. Was it? Oh. Like when you made it to a home and played a bit from Camptown Races. I didn't know about that. I'm not that familiar with classical music, so huh. Like, I recognize some of the tunes, obviously, because, you know, they're used everywhere, because they're cheap to license. Let me add, like, a little snippet here. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Alright. this other arm. This other arm has been bugging me a little bit. I am trying to get this right. I think it should just be a little thicker. I think that looks better, yeah. Yeah, that looks alright. I think I'm going with this arm. If it doesn't look right, maybe I'll go back and change it later, but I just don't want to spend more time on this than necessary. Not every art needs to be like super polished and done and all that. That's something I've learned. I just gotta roll with the punches sometimes. And treat it as good enough. 'Cause I think this looks pretty good so far. Nope, that's too thin at the base. There we go. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I think we can keep it like this. What's the opinion on Frogger Adventures: The Great Rescue? Don't know, but I have heard the soundtrack and it's pretty good. I do remember liking that. I have it in my playlist as well. It's one of the other Frogger options, but yeah. Is that one that you've played yourself? I'm just curious to hear. Alright, now we go on to some colors. Let's see, how do we want to tackle this? I think I'll just do the white parts first. I don't know what, yeah, let's sure. Let's do it, let's do that. Okay, sure, whatever. Just keep it like that. This track in particular is a little weird. I kind of like it, I vibe with this. It's very experimental jazz, kind of. Like, it's a little bit dissonant. This is pretty cool. What the hell? This track kicks ass, what the shit, I'm loving this one. The build-up of this track was insane, gosh. Very nice. That's really good, Frogger Beyond. Well done. And now we get the silliest track of all time. This sounds like it's straight from Rayman Raving Rabbids, the first game. They had a lot of silly tracks like this. Oh wait, the face is blue. I forgot. There we go. I think we're almost done. Hell yeah. Oops, wrong one. Alright, the yellow emblem. Let me get that. Whoops. Gotta make sure that the colors are actually not textured, only the outline parts. I need to keep that consistent for the rest of the game, because I don't want to, like, add texture to everything, to be honest. So that's why I'm keeping some like, flat parts. And some, like, only the lines are textured. Only the lines are textured. That's just to keep my sanity. If I don't do that, I'll die. That will be too much. You don't see the classic Ramble Prism trademark texture everywhere then. But I think I need to remove that top of the finger, that's too much. It's too long. This is better. Yeah, that works, that works just fine. Just manually add the colors here, because it's a little too small for the fill buckets to register what's going on there. I like the inside of the thing should be colored, yeah. There we go, look at that. I think this turned out pretty nice. Does it still fit like scale-wise? This one is a lot more zoomed in, but I feel like it's fine. Looks good. I like this. We can just put that right in the game. I'm not gonna right now, because, you know, I'm still drawing and I'm gonna do mostly art assets today, but hey! Look at that. It's a new gamer portrait that's gonna be in the video game. Wow. Wowie. Ancient Shadow was a pretty decent Frogger. Oh, I heard about it. You played a couple of the GBA ones and the PSP, but the one you spent most of the time on was actually Ancient Shadow until you got stuck. It's been a while since you last played that one. Let me look up Ancient Shadow because I don't remember that one at all. Frogger Ancient Shadow, was that PSP? Whoa, Frogger goes hard. It was also on GameCube, I see. It just kind of looks like one of those Frogger games that was from that era. I don't know, it looks like Beyond, it looks like all the other ones. I have trouble distinguishing them at some point. It looks alright, I don't know anything about it. On Xbox 2? Wow. They were really trying with Frogger at this particular era. Good for them. Hey, hello, new person in chat, how you doing? Don't think I've seen you here before. How's it going? I'm working on some character art for my game. We're listening to the Frogger Beyond soundtrack, which likes to put heavy machinery sounds in there at random moments. You're new here, cool, well welcome. Happy to see you. I'm drawing, I just made this little character portrait. It's gonna pop up whenever a character is talking to the character that's gonna be on the left. And here's the sketches in the center. Let me show you some more of these sketches actually. Let me hide the references. Here's gonna be one for Jazz. I just want her to be like licking the licking the frame. I think that would be funny. Rogue is gonna be like cool and mysterious, of course. At least, you know, until you actually get to talk to her. I want her identity to be like a little bit of a mystery before you actually get to her and like Aster explains who she is and what their history is. Then there's the Otto, of course, like the bicycle robot guy, who's also sort of Aster's dad, who looks a little frightened here, looks a little sassy here. I don't know what this expression is supposed to be. This is a happy one and there's an angry one. I'm not sure when these are gonna pop up during dialogue yet. I was just messing around with sketches to see what I want to do with them. You know what? I wanna make this one a little sassier. Let me try something here. How's this looking? Maybe I prefer this one. It's a little more neutral. Maybe the other one is too much. Although on the other hand... No, I like the more neutral one because I can also use it for like different dialogue better that way. If it's a little more neutral, instead of like a very specific expression. Yeah, Robot Policewoman, that's her. Can't wait to see Jazz's portrait in full. Hey, someday. Actually, her stage will be in line before Rogue's level. So I'm gonna have to draw a lot of Jazz when I get to that level. But first, it's like the intro stage, which has a lot of these ladies. There's a bit in Ancient Shadow that is a bit Rayman 3, where Frogger's girlfriend pulls out the game manual and points out the story. That's silly. I like that. They did a lot of that during that era, huh? Like, there were a bunch of self-aware references and all that in Banjo-Kazooie, I remember, and Banjo-Tooie as well. And then after that, in the GameCube era, there was quite a bit of that, I remember. And Rayman 3 did it. I wish I could think of more examples, but like the whole self-aware thing with games definitely started like around the N64 era, I would say, and then it just kind of continued from there. Simpsons game being the most famous example. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Gosh. There was so much of that. I've seen some gameplay of it, and like I never fully played it myself, but I watched a friend stream it the other day. That's pretty cool. I completely forgot. I have to add something special here. Let me merge these layers. Because I have to add the outlines. I think it's a 7 thickness. Let me see. How much is this one? 7. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it looks about the same. Okay. I don't think I even need to change anything. It looks good. It looks nice. I'll just keep it like this. Character portrait done. The outlines are nice. It makes them look like stickers. Gosh. Okay, honest question. To everybody here in chat. Oh, you have to go? I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Flipping stickers. As a kid, when you got stickers, did you actually use them or did you save them all up because you were too afraid to actually stick them on anything because it's too big of a commitment? Honest answers only. I'm like in the party of never using them because they were too nice. I didn't want to waste them. Let me see. Did I forget anything here? Just looking at some details. No, that all looks fine. That all looks fine. I'll just keep it like this. You use them, but as an adult you don't. The ones you get are too nice. Right? Sometimes stickers are too pretty. It's a real problem. And I haven't had stickers in a while. I've printed some of my own, like, recently. Like, you can apparently just buy, like, sticker paper at the store. And you can just print any stickers you want, of anything you want. And that's been flipping really cool. But now I've printed, like, a bunch of stickers. Like, I did that, like, last year, I think. Yeah. And I just got a bunch of stickers and I put them on my sketchbook. And it was fun. It's quite nice. I like that. But now I don't really need any other stickers. I just got the ones that I really wanted. And now I have them. What to work on next? Let me check real quick if there's any other portraits I need at the moment. Oh gosh, Flip, I just had a brain blast idea. Like stickers of Aster and the other characters, like based on these portraits that I'm making. That would be so cool. I would love that, actually. Okay, anyway, we got the cop lady. What else do we need right now? I don't think I need more portraits at the moment. What I do need is some other stuff. How about I open a different program real quick, where I make some different things. You've seen this in the last stream as well, but I'm gonna open it right now. If it wants to open, it's a pretty big file, goodness. Let me get that real quick. Hello, computer. If you'd be so kind, there we go. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. I'm gonna switch on over to a different canvas. Let's see if this works. It's gonna have to select. Nope, that's still Clip Studio Paint. I just selected the same window that I was already streaming. Awesome. Good job, me. Hey, there we go. Okay. Let me resize this. There we go. Good old Inkscape, which is a vector drawing program, so very different from Clip Studio Paint. You can just kind of mess around here with shapes and whatnot, and these are all like the ship sprites that I have right now. Or rather the concepts, because I use these as like a base, and then I put them in Clip Studio Paint, and I draw over them, and then I make them like actually hand-drawn, you know, like these are just like shapes and whatnot. So there's some enemies here. I was trying something here, like these are all temporary, like little images. I wanted to have like a little character like in the cockpit, like throwing stuff at you, but it's too small. You can't notice it while you're playing. So and clarity is very important. Like this game is supposed to be very user-friendly. I don't want to overwhelm the player with too much crap. I want the sprites to be nice and clean, and like have clear shapes and good colors and all that. So that's why I didn't go with that. But it was a little peek behind the scenes of what I was considering there. Honey jar that could break. Also like how punching works. I made this little flow chart over here, like how it's gonna work. But we'll get to see that in action someday. I still need to implement all of that. Right now what I wanted to do is make a bigger ship. I had this idea when I was at work today. I want to have like a larger ship. I think I can reuse bits of this, but I want it to be a little different. Let's see. Let's start from scratch. Let's design a little ship together. I think what I want to go for is more of a shape like this. Like, it needs to be very bulky and blocky. That's very important to me. I just duplicate this shape and I put it over here. And I join these two shapes. And there we go. Now we have this shape. Let's see. It needs to be like a variant of this little ship here at the bottom. That's important. Like, that's what I want to go for. So, what I'm gonna do... Would I have to, like, add something smooth in there? Since it's rounded, this one too, you know. Let's try something like this. Sort of looks like an upside down police badge. Sort of like looks like the inverse of this shape. Huh. Maybe if I go over like a Meta Knight mask kind of deal here. I'm just experimenting with shapes at this point. I'm just kind of messing around. Maybe I'll give it some spoilers, what the hell. Something like this, perhaps. The original concept of these ships did have spoilers, like on the back. So, you know what? Why the hell not? Okay, we just have that. Let me add a little symmetry line so I can better see what I'm doing here. Go. Make sure that's centered. Right about over there, yeah. Okay. I do like this dual cockpit thing. I think that's fun. Maybe just make that an oval shape. Go. Right, make that the same color. Let me just copy the highlights from this. I don't want to draw them again. That's the fun thing about Inkscape. I can just make stuff, like, very quickly. I know this program so well that I can very easily just, like, make shapes and whatnot. And then all I have to do is, like, put it in Clip Studio Paint and draw over it, you know? So it's a very easy way for me to make some temporary art assets. And get some shapes down. Neat. Yeah! I agree! Let's see. Do I want to have something there? It really does look quite similar to the other one. Let me just add the siren thing. There we go. I like this one a lot more than the previous iteration. So what these things are gonna do is interesting. I want to have... You know what? Before I spoil what they do, I'm actually gonna add a little thing over here. It should have little legs like this. I don't know, I see it as legs. Like, I like seeing faces and stuff, like the fronts of cars or spaceships and whatnot. So I don't know, I always think of like shapes like this. Like what they do or like what they look like. To me it looks like a pig snout, like with this nose over here, like these are the eyes and these are the angry eyebrows. So, but from the front, like the ship would look way different, of course. Like actually, like looking at it from any other perspective than this, it would be way different. Purple Mario Shroom, kinda. Whoops. Okay. That was me saving. My computer can't handle saving. Soundtrack's flipping blooping. Blooping all over the damn place. I guess it should have some of these lines because the other ships have them too. What the fuck? What is... Why do they keep putting this shit on the soundtrack? Looks a little empty up there. Maybe you can just move these and make them like this. No, that doesn't really... I don't vibe with that. Maybe more like this. Let me just mask that so I can see what it actually is gonna look like. Discord icon? Who says Discord icon? Oh, right! For a second I thought it was like streaming Discord by accident, but no, it's... Of course, that's just what the shape kind of looks like, you're right. Let me add one more of these. The famous Frogger scene where he visits a witch convention. Of course. My favorite. And that's when he gets home drunk after the witch convention.
Hey, what is this? Metal Gear Frogger?
Good one, Frogger. Really good one. You should make that joke again, but worse.
Hey, what is this? Frogger Gear Solid?
That's great, man. That's great, man. I wish you did it the third time, but I know the soundtrack's over for a fact, so yeah, that's a shame. Really good stuff, Frogger. Really good stuff. Oh, we're back to Snake Pass. Of course, because we were playing that earlier. Awesome. I think the ship design works pretty well. I'm just gonna save it like this. Now, what is this ship gonna do, you ask? Well, I have a very specific task for it. Get it? Because Konami! You're so right. Now, what it's gonna do is shoot out one of these. Check this out. It's a temporary sprite. I'm putting too much effort into it, but yeah. Big hands. That's what it's gonna do. Now hear me out. What I wanted to do is shoot out big glass projectiles that you can dash through with your ship. However, dashable objects in this game are all made of glass. So it's gonna be a giant glass hand that it shoots out. Why? Does it make any sense in universe? My answer to that is don't ask too many questions. Where's the glass? Do I have like a glass sprite here? I don't think I do. Huh. I think it's like light blue or something. Not this one. It should be like a distinct blue color. Something like this. And it should have white outlines because I think everything that has a white outline should be dashable and made of glass. Okay. Like I want to keep these things consistent. That's very important to me. So the player knows what to expect at some point. Because shattering through windows looks cool. True! True! You get it! Yes! Okay, let me try something here. If I just grab this smaller. Whoops. Okay, check this out. You can like set the distance between some objects, which is very convenient here because what I want to do is I just do this, and then I kind of do this. It's very, very quick and dirty, like, effect for glass. Don't be too bothered by it. I know it's gonna look weird, but something like this. Something like this. And for the top part, I guess, just trying to give it a bit of depth, you know? Sorta. Kind of like this. I think that for now that will get the point across. But yes, it's supposed to be like a large hand and it pushes you downward unless you dash into it. And if you dash into it, it's going to release a projectile that will shoot up and hit this thing. So that's how you can take them out more easily. Like, you can shoot them, you can punch them however you want, but also, if you, like, dash into the glass thing, you can hit them back. At least that's the intention. We'll see how that goes. Let me just fix this up a little bit. I'll just have to prototype it to see, like, if it works, if it's fun. That's the most important part here. Like, is it fun? Is it actually fun to dash through these things? I don't know yet. We'll find out, won't we? If it's not, you'll never see this in the final product. If it is, then hey, wow, now you know. Okay, I think this looks fine. This looks fine. Just go with that. Now, what kind of projectiles are going to shoot from there? I think there should be like little glass thingies that rotate or something. Glass bullets. Just this thing, but it rotates. That's about it. Actually, I should not put it at this angle because it takes up more space that way. See? Like, it's bigger. The square around it gets bigger. And transparent pixels, like in a sprite, also count as pixels, so it takes up more space. Maybe it should be a little more direct, because I also have like glass thingies that you can hit. Maybe I should do it a little differently. Hold on. It should not be a square. It should be like a little pointy arrow that shoots up. More like that, yeah. Just something like this. Yeah, like that. Hello, seen some of your game. Looks pretty epic. Oh, hey, thank you, Marlies. Hello. Appreciate you stopping by. Where did you learn about my game? I'm just making some little art assets for it right now. It's gonna be this big ship. It's gonna shoot out big glass hands, and if you shatter the glass hand, it shoots up projectiles back at the ship. That's what I'm working on right now. And of course, like a bunch of other craps over here, just like the general sprites and whatnot. Big beefy arms. That's for later. I'm still working on all that. But yeah, this was like an earlier version I did of this ship, and now I'm working on this one. I like this one a lot more. Looks more like what it's supposed to look like. Like it's supposed to be like big and blocky, you know. Could turn it into a Wii cursor. Just like how Rayman lore is not important. Yeah, oh man, it used to be important, and it makes me sad. Gosh, remember Rayman 2 where you could unlock backstory about how the world of Rayman was created? Like in-universe by gods and shit? That was so cool. I miss that dearly. Now it's just like, oh, all the characters scream a bunch and there's nothing going on, and you punch a bunch of magicians to the moon, and that's it. That's the end of the story. You win. Bye. Gosh, Rayman Legends really disappointed me with the story. Rayman 2 is the peak of Rayman storytelling. Yes! There's like still bits of that in Rayman 3. There's like, you know, some lore going on with the Knaran and like the gods and whatnot, so yeah. But there's a lot more in Rayman 2 going on, I will say. I think Rayman 3 is better in like keeping the plot moving, because it like keeps evolving over time. And Rayman 2, it's kind of static. Like you're at the start and like, oh, a lot of stuff is happening and it's really interesting and cool. But Rayman 3 is like very good at just keeping things moving and like constantly changing up what's going on in the plot. I like that a lot, actually. So I would say, like, I don't know, like in terms of lore, I guess Rayman 2 really wins. But in terms of like storytelling and like, I don't know, just Rayman 3 does a lot of things I like. It's just hard to pinpoint exactly because it's covered by layers of like silliness, you know? It's a cool game. I like them both. It's so hard to pick like a favorite. I think Rayman 2 might be my favorite of the Rayman games in general, but oh, it's hard because they're all so different and they all have so much fun stuff in them, you know? They have so much uniqueness. I really enjoy them. I would be lying if I said that this game wasn't inspired by Rayman in some way. I mean, you can charge your fist and all that. And it's like cartoony, like the actual game sprites are going to be hand-drawn, which is definitely Rayman Origins inspired, so there's a lot of Rayman vibes in everything that I do. Love that the program is in Dutch. Oh yeah, this is called Inkscape. It's a vector art program. So basically, when you have these objects, they're not like pixels on a screen, they're like lines. No, they're like nodes connected by lines. So you can zoom in indefinitely and they'll never get, you know, blurry or pixelated because they're like calculated instead of drawn, I suppose, in pixels, which is very convenient. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with that, like gradients and whatnot. That just, yeah, and outlines. It's all very easy to work with. And I use it for like making little prototype sprites. I don't make these like these are not the final art assets. These are just yeah. They're just temporary. I just like making shapes in this. It's very easy. And then after that, I draw over these with actual like brushes and stuff and add some texture to it. More like this. And this is pixelated, of course, because it's pixel. Like it's just it's the PNG. But this is all vector, so that's the difference. Let's see. Now, what do I want to do next? I wanted to have like a big enemy ship. I wanted to have the crystal hands glass sprite thing. Is it free? Yeah, Inkscape is open source. Anybody can buy it. Like, I mean, download it. You can buy it because it costs no money. So that works. Sprites remind you of Sonic 2. Do they now? Interesting. In what way? Curious about that. I do like Sonic a lot. I grew up with the games, so there might be some Sonic DNA and stuff that I make as well. It's entirely possible. Let's see. What else do I want to make right now? Maybe I can do some more character portraits. Maybe I can jump over to the game and do something over there. There is also that secret third thing I wanted to do today. Sonic 2 HD. Ah, yes. I think those might have been vector drawings as well. Sonic 2 HD. I remember that project. That was so cool. You got the final achievement in Sonic Mania just an hour ago. Oh my god, which achievement was that? That's cool. Congrats. Yeah, I think Sonic 2 HD used a similar method with just like the simple gradients and all that, like the shading and whatnot. Sonic 2 HD is that was such a cool project that made me want to do more with vector art and lineless stuff as well. I was already doing stuff in Inkscape at that point, but yeah. The one for getting the gold medallions in the blue sphere stages. Oh, congrats. I never had the patience for that stuff. My god, I am not a fan of blue spheres, but some people are like really into them. Good for them. Sonic 2 HD indirectly led to Sonic Mania. True. A lot of those developers went on to form, I think, Pagoda West, which made Major Magnet, which is a very fun little game on the iPad. And then after that, I think they went on to work on Sonic Mania as well. So that's cool. You enjoy the main game way more. Oh, fair. Same. Alright. What do I want to do? What I really want to do is just redraw my character, like portraits. The one that I have in the bottom left, me talking right now, that one, hi. I want to redraw that and do like a new concept for it. And we could just do that live on stream. I have the file for the character portraits. Let me just open that. Actually, hold on, let me switch over to Clip Studio Paint first and then open that. I need to make sure it's like presentable, I guess. I don't know what else I have in there. It's just a bunch of old concepts. Let me see. But yeah, this is the character portrait we made today for people just joining. Pretty happy with how this came out. Looks quite good. And the other concepts are here as well. Let me switch on over to... Where do I have these little things? Tark sprites, yeah. Major Magnet only works on old devices. You really want to play it because of the soundtrack. Yeah, same! I love the soundtrack. I played like little bits of the game back on an old iPad that my parents had, but I don't think the game is like available anymore on like modern hardware. Or like I don't think it's available at all anymore, like on anything, like legally. Looks amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Let me see. Do I have anything here? You know what? Let me just stream this. Let me just stream this one. Let me close the video game thing. And let me open this other thing. There we go. Okay. So, as you can see, this is where I make the talk sprites. These are all the individual frames. I sketched this one first by just drawing over like a previous one, and then I made this one. Here's some more like outdated ones that I still use them every now and then, but I don't know. I'm kind of trying to go for like a different little bit of a little bit of a different style, like the eyes and all that. I think that looks pretty good. Was Major Magnet a victim of the 32-bit apocalypse? I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know, but it's a good game and I really want to play it someday. I was only able to play the free version, which was Major Magnet Arcade, if I recall correctly. Which was still really fun, but it had like this dumb, you know, free-to-play model, which made it a lot less fun. So what do I want to do with this? I want to switch things up. I'm just gonna duplicate this. Whoop. Rip Major Magnet fanbase. Hey, there's still one. It's me, the person who has never played it. Only the arcade version. Oh, let's see. So what I want to do basically is I like the pink shirt. I have it in real life. I think it's nice, but I don't love wearing it. It's a little too cutesy, to be honest. It's nice, but it's not really my style. So I'm gonna try something else here. I'm gonna take this, and because it's Inkscape, I can very easily like tweak and change stuff. I think I would prefer like a yellowy shirt, kind of like that. I have a bunch of yellow shirts that I really like. More like that, perhaps. I like that. It's a little more... I don't know. 32-bit apocalypse. I think that's when like devices switched from 32-bit to 64-bit, and just a lot of older software wasn't just wouldn't run anymore. If I recall correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm no computer expert. Let me see. Is that what I want to go for? I don't know. Maybe I just want like a different outfit altogether. Ah, what am I feeling today? I do look pretty good in yellow. I like yellow. Do I just want to make like a yellow variant, or do I want to do more with this? Oh, tricky. You know what? Let's just copy paste this and put it in Clip Studio Paint and draw over this and see if I want to do anything special with that. Get a new canvas up. Just a second. I'll be right there. Let me switch on over to Clip Studio Paint. There we go. Okay, so we can do anything we want with this. Any outfit suggestions from people? I am not currently thinking of anything in particular. Huh. What could we do? What would be fun to wear? This is always so tricky. I always overthink like outfits and whatnot. Because I like outfits, I like combination, I like character design, I like colors, I like shapes, you know? And it differs per day. Apple forced them to be built from the store if they could not be updated to 64-bit architecture. Oh man, that sucks. Reason why you have hope, why you hope that we get more progress on the iOS app emulator. That would be good. That would be good. Put a giant magnet around you. Now that's a fashion statement. You remember Worms 2 was not properly optimized for modern PC. You had to get like a fan fix to even run it. Yeah, same. Like for PC games, very often, especially stuff that came on discs, just doesn't work on like modern Windows anymore, which is a flipping crying shame. Like that is just a disaster for preservation and whatnot. And Microsoft is poopy. Okay, so I want to keep the face mostly the same, I guess. Yeah, I've tried wearing a hat in combination with like the ponytail, but it just didn't really look right. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe the beige hat that I wear every now and then could look cool with this. With a little Sega Saturn D-pad button on there. This could look kind of cool, at least for the avatar. Or do I want to have no hat? I can try it. The thing is, I haven't tried it in real life. And I feel like I should try like an outfit in real life first before I mean, whatever. I've also drawn myself in outfits that I haven't worn. Mark is but an alter ego for Mistress Magnet. Hell yeah. Well, let me draw myself as Major Magnet. Let's fucking do it. Major Magnet. I don't think that's even his name. I just call him Major Magnet, but that's not the character's name. Let's see. You always draw yourself in outfits that you never wear IRL. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I've drawn myself in stuff that I've worn. I've drawn myself in stuff that I want to wear. I've drawn myself in stuff that I'd never wear. It's I don't know. God, I wish I had that fucking awesome Christmas outfit that I drew myself in. I wish I had the confidence to wear that Christmas outfit that I drew myself in. Alas. Let's see. You know, what the hell am I doing? I should just go straight into line art. Let's do it. Of course I give myself this silly Major Magnet nose. It's definitely very Ren and Stimpy inspired now that I look at the original design. It's just so silly. I love it. What should I do with the hair? It's kind of like... Whoops, no. I can't believe I'm designing a Major Magnet fan character in the year of our Lord and Savior 2026. No, I prefer the previous eyes, actually. That looks better. Why do people say that, like, in the year of our Lord and Savior? Like, what? Oh, because it's, like, after Christ. Oh, I just got that. That makes sense, actually. Should have the mask as well. I think the character wears a mask, so I should probably wear a mask, too. Let me just fill that and then, like, carve it out. Let me put on the Major Magnet soundtrack. What the hell? Why not? What am I doing? Let me get some Major Magnet. Where is it? Where do I have it? Of course, it's right there. Let's see if the volume's okay. It's by T. Lopes also. Flipping banger. Let me up the volume. There we go. This is jamming. Let me know if it's not too loud. You don't know what the Major Magnet guy looks like, but it's already peak. Thanks. Major Magnet OC says, where it's at. That's Billy from Billy and Mandy's custom. Cat Jam. Wish I had custom emotes here, that would be cool. Do like a cool pose. There we go. Now the magnet's not too... This is not big enough. It needs to be large. Let me make the arm actually connect to the body. That would be nice. That would be convenient. Wouldn't that be nice? Bigger. There we go. Yeah. No, not big enough. There we go. Awesome. Well, the first and only piece of Major Magnet fan art this year. There we go. For those who don't know what Major Magnet looks like, it's very pretty. It's a good looking game. Here you go. That's him. That's him. I think his name is like Major Melvin or something, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Let me look that up. Gosh, I wish I had like some kind of device to run this on. The Goat T-Lopes. True! He makes some great stuff. Composer of Benny's Big Fight Federation Mania, Mr. Shredder's Nightmare. That's him. The one and only. Major Mark. Hell yeah. Wish Evening Star would remake or remaster this game for modern devices. I mean, Pagoda West is Evening Star. True! Gosh, I really do wish they would bring this game back. Maybe they'll make it like after Penny's Big Breakaway, you know? Maybe they'll need like a change of pace. But they are. I saw some job listings at Evening Star. They are looking for like people who can do 3D stuff. So I don't think they'll be going back to 2D anytime soon. Maybe it'll be Major Magnet 3D or something. I don't know. Marvin Major, that's the name of the main character. I see. Anywho, I am not drawing myself in that for the new avatar. What outfit should I give myself? What should I get? Gives me Ren and Stimpy vibes. Yeah, same. I think it was definitely intentional. Major Magnet 2 into the third dimension. Major Magnet Twinsanity. Man, I should have made like a thing on Blue Sky or something like before this, where I asked people to send me random outfit suggestions. That could be so fun. I would love to do that for like a future stream. Remind me to do that. What do I feel like today? What do I feel like wearing? I'm just jamming out to the soundtrack. This is cool. Meow, 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 meow. Also, I can't sing along, unfortunately, because there's such a delay on my audio, like between the audio and the music. That's because of the microphone that I have set up. It has like a slight filter to it, like it compresses the audio slightly, so it like the loudest sounds are less loud and the quieter sounds are a little less quiet. And there's like some equalizer effects on it as well, just to make it sound a little more crisp and clear. But unfortunately, as a side effect of that, it's gonna make the audio just slightly delayed compared to the music. So if I sing along, it's gonna sound like just horribly out of sync. And that's just not me having bad rhythm. That's just facts. Unfortunately. Halloween costume. Maybe. It's always spooky month. There's one outfit I really like. It's the one that Raimani was drawing earlier today for his character. Let me just doodle that. Let me just doodle that for fun. It looked cozy. Let me just see what I can do there. Go. Just kind of sketching this one, just for fun. Let's see. Wait, I can't see chat. I have the reference image too big. Oh crap, no. I'm flying blind. Did Romani do a doodle stream today? I don't think he did. He was just drawing. He made a little drawing and he posted it on Blue Sky. That looks really nice, so I'm gonna copy that shit. No, I'm just using the same reference that he was using. Maybe I'll have like the hair like peek out here at the bottom. I think that's cute. This kind of makes me look like flipping Louise from Bob's Burgers. Same silhouette. That's cute. No, I should keep the ears. If the ears are invisible, that would look a little bit weird. I don't want to do that. Guess the neck's gonna have to be visible too. What kind of pose should I go for? Reference image obscuring the view like always. Yes, it do be like that. I wish I had more like hips shape. I just don't. I mean, I guess I can draw myself more self-indulgently, but I also want it to be true to myself. There's always this fine balance I want to have, like, while drawing. Yeah. These arms are too long. These are like gorilla arms. Whoopsie daisy. So the head is too big. I always draw the head too big. That always happens. Thank God for digital art and the lasso tool. That's better. Go. There's a boob window. I just noticed on the reference image. I mean, there's nothing there, but for accuracy, you know what? Why not? There we go. That's it. That's pretty much the outfit. So, it's like some text over here. I don't know what the hell that is. Symbols and crap. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty cute. Let me fix the face a little bit, and then we just call this one done. Mouth looks a little weird. There we go. It's supposed to be like all blue and neon-esque. Only social media you use nowadays is YouTube. You only use Discord for your Friday Night Funkin' mod and chatting with amigos. That's nice. You just started out actually learning art, and the one thing you struggle with most is the eyes. You just don't know what style fits best with the head shape and such. I see. I mean, only advice on that I would give is to just experiment. Like, try a bunch of different eye shapes and see what resonates with you personally. Like, what do you like to draw the most? What seems to fit well? And you just need to have like some like a visual memory for it, like like a catalog in your mind of like, oh, what can you do with different eyes? What are the options you have, you know? Yeah, this looks pretty neat. I'm not gonna draw that for my avatar, but still, I think it's pretty fun. I don't even know what it's from. Let me just save this file real quick. There we go. Love how this outfit feels very cozy, like something you'd wear because you want to. Exactly, exactly. It looks so fun. I would love to wear this in real life. That's what you're doing right now. You're checking out all your favorite artists and how they draw their eyes and plopping them onto your OCs. Hey, awesome. Hope you find something that you can use. That's epic. I do not have a particular like outfit inspiration right now. Let me go to Pinterest. Whatever. Why not? This is usually a very good resource for like just finding outfits. Let's see. Fashion, winter. Let me just see what I find. Oh, there's a bunch of really cool ones actually. Gosh. Like sweaters and everything. That's that's so cool. Gosh. Really nice. You can't see them right now, but imagine they're like really nice. I don't know. I really should have prepared something for this, I feel. Like, it's been nice just doodling outfits and crap, but I wish, like, I want to have, like, people send in stuff and then I actually draw those. I think that's more fun to do. Major Magnet one, though. Pretty flippin' good. I don't know. I did pretty much everything that I set out to do on this stream. I designed like I made a character portrait. I made like a new enemy type. I made some temporary sprites for that. I can just plop it into the game. You know what? How about we just put it into the game? I'll show you how I do that. Why the heck not? Okay, first let me just select all this. Whoops. Saving that. Let's see, sprites, portraits. And there we go. Behind the scenes, yeah. You get to see another little peek at the game. It's all coming together. It's actually looking pretty good right now. Yes, it's made in Game Maker. True. Ah, crap. Okay, I messed up the thing. Never mind. It looks fine. It's all good. I just sometimes when you like select certain layers, it will delete like other layers. It won't delete them. It just makes them invisible. Whatever. This doesn't matter. I'm just complaining. I'm being a sassy Sandra right now. Okay, got that thing exported. That's all good. How about I just open Game Maker and I put the damn thing in there? You make it a Kirby fan game. Awesome. Have I heard of it before? Like, what's the name? I'm curious. There were a bunch of like Kirby fan games at Sage last year that looked pretty cool. I think I was able to try a couple of them. This is also my goal. I want to have like a demo or something for my game at Sage this year. That's my one goal with this, because I always loved Sage and like seeing all the creativity and cool things, and I would love to be part of that someday. I don't know if I'll be able to make it this year, but I am gonna flip and try. It's already February, it's going real fast, but I have sort of a framework. I could make something. Terrifying. Terrifying thought of actually making something and putting it out there, but hey, I want to try. Okay, let me get the game up. Let's see if this is the right size. Okay, I need to make it slightly wider. Slightly less tall, I think. There we go. Well, here you go. Here's my game. And here's like the character portraits. This is for the left side. How do I get out of here? Hold on. I'm like stuck in this window. There we go. Okay. Cool. Thanks, game. Kirby Dark Matter's Night. Show nothing of it. Only functional thing is Kerbo himself. Spoiler alert, is in the art style of Kirby's Dream Land 3. Based. That's so cool. I love that art style. I don't like the game that much myself. Dream Land 3 specifically. But I really appreciate the art style. And music and everything. Like the vibes of it are really fun. I like it. So that sounds very cool. Gonna be your own take on the Dark Matter stuff. Cool. That is fun. Sage is wonderful. You hope to one day be part of it too, beyond playtesting, which you're still grateful to have done. Oh, nice. Playtesting is a very important part of game development. So it's really cool that you got to do that. I've done it for like I've playtested one game that was released on the Wii U, which is still really flipping cool. Like my name is on the credits and all that. Like, that's fun. It was like a little 3D platformer indie game. Yeah, I love the art style and music. Yes, same. Exactly. Okay, let's see. We go to menu and dialogue, and then we go to portraits. No, banter. Banter is what we need. The banter, like, yeah, there we go. Okay. I need to maybe change some of these groups. They're not super. Okay, so just got this cop, banter, portraits. The banter is what happens like during the gameplay, like during the stuff, like not during the cutscenes. I try to like I try to like have separate names for these. S, HUD, cop, sassy. I guess I don't know what this expression is. And I import, and I just grab this one, and there we go. That's a sprite. Where is the origins exactly? Okay, it's the top right. It's the top right. Okay. Then we just do top right. Okay. Then in the script for the dialogue. Don't look at this one too much. It's all temporary dialogue, but topics. For example, I love blasting booties in space is not actually going to be dialogue in the final game. Who would have flippin' thought? Okay, let me zoom out a little bit because I don't want to like spoil too much. I think this is banter. This is the banter stuff. Yeah. Okay, so this is some stuff that happens like during the game. Okay, I need to copy this bit of code. Character on the right is going to change to SHUD, not auto scared. It's going to have to change to cop sassy. Okay, there we go. I think I need to remove the second part. It's a little too cutesy. Okay, there we go. If it is gonna be dialogue in the final game, then people will not be able to process the peak. Which one? Oh, that game was Mighty Number 9? I did not playtest Mighty Number 9. The game you tested was Astral Court DX. Okay, the one I tested was... I'm trying to remember the name, gosh. It's totally escaping me right now. Crap. It was some kind of 3D platformer. It was neat. It was pretty neat. It wasn't like anything amazing. There were still a bunch of bugs left in the final thing. Like, the developer was aware of them, he just didn't have time to get them out, unfortunately. Okay. I need to pause the music real quick. Because the game has some temporary music in it now. Let me just get that up real quick. Let's see. Please load. I use game capture. Oh, it's below the other window. There we go. There we go. Okay, check this out. So here's what I have so far, right? A blank screen, first of all. This is just like where some like values are initialized and all that. Then we have like a temporary title screen, which functions technically. It just doesn't do much. I still have to figure out. I can never get the hang of title screens and menus and all that crap. I need a bunch of tutorials for that. Okay, anywho. First cutscene. Very loud. Let me lower the volume. Apologies. Let me see. Where is the window? There we go. I just like that music from Ace Attorney, so I put it in there. Hope that wasn't too loud. My bad. Okay. So this is a cutscene. I'll show you like 2 lines of dialogue, but that's it. Lord. And there's like the voice clips that play when they're talking. It's like Star Fox-esque. But yeah, no more of that. Let's get the gameplay. This is a little test room I have, or like a sort of I guess you can call it a tutorial room, even though it's not really that. But yeah, you can shoot stuff. Can't shoot these. You need to punch them. Ba-ba-booey. And ba-ba-booey. Punching is a little bit glitched right now. I still gotta fix that. And here's a glass. You can shatter that by dashing. And that's how it works. You can collect like honey and sandwiches and crap to get more punch ammo. Because if you do like a big punch, you like spend the bottom right meter. Like you see it go down. You can do like smaller punches like free. You can do it whenever you want. You can use that to shatter glass as well. I might make glass like only shatterable by dashing. I'm not sure yet. But that's pretty much it. And then I have the actual level, which is a work in progress. But what we need to look out for is the portrait sprite on the right. It needs to change when the cop character is talking to us. Temporary music from Penny's Big Breakaway because it's peak. You can punch trucks now. Also, the closer I get to the cops chasing me, the louder the siren noises are. Which I like. It's a cute little detail. There she is! She's in the game! Booyah! That all seems to be working pretty well. Do. And this one has an enemy in there. Like, I like how that truck has like a little trap in there. I think it's fun. Booyah! Okay, that's the glitch I was talking about. The shield remains after I punch. I think the dialogue is gonna play one more time if I get to this. There she is.
So, us.
That's all temporary voice clips too. Maybe except for Aster. I really like the ones for Aster. I think it worked out very nice. But yeah, that's what I have so far. That's the game. Also, I like when you're punching, like it changes the exhaust thing to like the stars and stuff. And also there's like words in there, like get him, like coming out of the exhaust pipe. I thought that was a cute detail. I also want to have like some like pow and whammo like effects that happen when you punch an enemy. I think that could be fun. Also, fun detail to note, bicycles at the bottom of the water. Like we're flying through this town right now, which is very Amsterdam inspired. And like in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands, there's like a bunch of bicycles like in the water like all the time because people drop them in there. So I thought it would be a cute detail. I might improve the background a little bit later, but you're just like flying through this town like over the water. So, but yeah, if I'm over here, you can faintly hear like the sirens. And when I get closer, they're louder. I quite like that. But yeah, that's what I have so far. Is it gonna be a Groningen level? Maybe. Gosh, I don't know. I just specifically chose Amsterdam because it's specifically that because what was it again? Just because of the buildings, like it's so characteristic, you know, like, and like the water and whatnot, like going through it, it's very recognizable. And I feel like a city like Groningen is I don't know, like it's cool. I like the town, but it just didn't inspire me like specifically. So freaking cool, thank you. Sounds quite Ace Attorney-ish. Yeah, it's literally music from Ace Attorney. Been meaning to ask if the game is a title. It does. However, I'm not ready to reveal that yet. I will at some point, but only when I am actually able to like release something. So yeah. So once you know the title, you know that there may be some demo coming out. So look forward to that. I have a logo and everything already. I have some ideas for the title screen even. Just nothing yet that's been built. It's just concepts. You're gonna visit Amsterdam later this month for college stuff. Oh, that sounds fun. Amsterdam is a pretty cool town. It's just like a bad impression of the Netherlands, like for people who only go there for Amsterdam, because it's kind of like noisy. It doesn't smell well. There's a lot of tourists and crap. It's just, yeah, it's not a good representation of a Dutch city. I feel like Amsterdam is like a thing of its own, you know. Love what you saw so far. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I just gotta really tighten this up and make some actual like good level design that isn't like. I feel like this one is a little too claustrophobic still. A little too fast. I gotta slow things down. Let me do it right now. Let me just get the game speed, which is set somewhere with the objects. Let's see, camera. If I change the camera speed, everything else is gonna change as well. So it's set to 5. I want to change it to 4. Let me try it again, just to see how it looks. Okay, switching over. Just a second. Okay. There we have these two again. Okay, there's this one. Now let's check out the scrolling speed. Maybe it's a little slow. I don't know. I want it to still feel like hectic and fun because it's like a chase sequence, you know? Like if it's too slow, I worry that it's gonna look boring. But I want to give the player like enough time to respond to the stuff that's happening on screen. I think the frantic music definitely helps. What do y'all think? Does this look too slow? I don't know. I really like Aster's voice clips. Why don't the other ones sound as good? What did I do with the Aster voice clips that worked so well? Also, there's the cop lady again on the top left, like with the character portrait. This is the Penny's Big Breakaway music from the launch trailer, which I really like. It's a separate track that was done by Sean Bialo, so not by T-Lopes. Just want to point that out. It's a neat little fact that I have in my head, and now you have to learn. Now you have to know it too. There we go. Anyway, that's the game. That's the video game. That's it, alright. Like some parallax to go with this. Yeah, maybe make the object scroll slower than the fast background. Maybe 4.5. Maybe 4.5. Maybe 4.5. Who knows? I can try 4.5. I do feel like this was a little easier to control, to be honest. Like, I felt like I was more in control when I was just moving the character around. Like, it felt pretty good. Maybe I'll do 4.5. Let's test it one more time. What the hell? While we're here, let's just do it. Open sesame. There we go. Excuse me. Yeah, we know this. Okay, this feels better. Like, this looks better, I mean. Yeah, okay, I think this is the sweet spot, actually. Thanks for the tip. That worked out. Yeah, the little flowers are health, by the way. I need to put more health pickups all over the place. Whoopsie, I'm getting my ass kicked. So I like that the enemies flash before they fire. Like, a lot of shmups don't do that. But I like it. Also, check out what happens when you die. Booyah! And you float up in a little bubble that you can sort of control and also pop. There's infinite lives, by the way. I can pop the bubble early, or I can just let it fly up and then control it a little bit. That's what happens when you die in this game. Also, you can pause. I forgot that's not the pause button. I just pressed the random button. That was not the right button. That just closed the game. Oh well. Anyway, I'm excited to show this. I'm really quite proud of what I have so far. Shoutouts to Sean Bialo. Need to give the full Power Rangers Rita's Rewind OST a listen. Oh, cool. I haven't heard that one, actually. I know of some other soundtracks that he worked on, like, you know, Donut Dodo, which is amazing. Let's see. For someone who has only been using GameMaker for about half a year, I'll say that adjusting things like running speeds is kind of satisfying. It is. It just takes a lot of, like, you know, fiddling with the settings and whatnot. But it's cool. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's I've only been using like GameMaker seriously for about half a year now. I've dabbled in it like a couple times before, but never really like got to learning like the fundamentals and everything. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of what I have so far, even though most of it is a bunch of if statements. But hey, if Toby Fox can make Undertale with like mostly if statements and crap, at least from what I heard, then I can make a video game too with this, and it'll be fine, and nobody's gonna shame me for it because I am programming and trying my best. No, for real though, I know a couple of like other, I know some coding things, but I mostly use if statements anyway because it's the easiest thing to do. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all video games. It's all fun and games. If statements are valid, true. Anywho, what else can I show? Bunch of effects and crap. Oh, what was I working on? Alright, here's the sprites for the... It's clearly too small. Like, you can't see any of that when you're actually playing. Like, this is the animation of her throwing something at you. And she goes like, yay! The ships and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff here. And this is the first level. This is the one we were playing through right now. We were playing through this. There's no pause instance. Maybe that's the problem. Did I just not put a pause instance in here? Maybe that's the problem. Okay, let me try. Let me check the pause function. I don't know how pausing works. I just copied stuff from a tutorial. I genuinely don't know how things work with surf buffers and crap. Like, I don't know. Don't ask me things. Where's the pause button? It doesn't say a pause button. That's weird. Does it say it over here in the debug menu? Let's see. Let me just look a little bit for the pause button. Like, what did I do for that? Is it on the camera object? Maybe it's on the camera object. Let me see. No, that's for deactivating instances that are outside the view, which is very important. Otherwise the game's gonna lag. Where is the pause object being created anyway? When does it pause? Clean up, okay. Step, okay. Draw, okay. Post draw, okay. Draw a GUI, okay. I can draw the text game paused. That's good. If pause. When is pause set to true then? Input? That's something entirely different. That's the gamepad. Where in the shitballs did I set it to like do anything when you press pause? D. No, wait, that's different. That's different. That's not even close. Voice clips. No, that's the voice clips. There's like a separate controller for the voice clips, like when they play. Cutscene trigger. No. Controller pickup reset. Pause. You'd think it would be in the step event. What in the... I genuinely don't know where I put this. What? Oh. Oh well. I think it should be at the debug level, right? Escape, no. It's not it. How very strange. I'll have to look into that later. I forgot how I made my pause function. It did work. I swear it worked. It's somewhere. It's gotta be somewhere in there. Getting lost in your own code is relatable. Yeah, tell me about it. Ugh. Only games you've been programming so far are 2D platformers that have the same exact code you copied from a tutorial. Hey, guess what? I also like made a bunch of like tutorial thingies, or did some tutorials for like 2D platformers. Like I followed those, and I copied some code from that for this game, like the camera, for example, and some other things as well. Like it's actually been very useful to do tutorials for different types of games and then be able to just like copy paste code from that and just use that. It's really useful. I like GameMaker. It's a very cool engine. Keep it for the sharp-eyed viewers. Nah, I think it will just be too distracting. Like a little sprite of the character. I don't know. I'll think about it. But I think it's gonna be too small. I think what will happen though, like when I blow up the ships that have the cops in them, I think like little bits of them will come flying out, and you can only see that if you like really pause and look at it. But I think that's gonna be a thing. So look out for that. You wanted to make a small RPG-like game a month ago, and yeah, the tutorials did do a lot of heavy lifting. Knowing some C++ does help. Oh, cool. Interesting. I don't know jack from shit when it comes to other programming languages, but hey. Collision detection. Yeah, collision detection. I copied that as well. I don't think I can have moving collisions in my game. I don't think that's gonna work, but I can have like some objects that stop you. Like the glass, for example, that blocks your path. Yeah. Ooh, gosh, I've been streaming and yapping for like 2 hours straight. I think I'm gonna call it here. This has been a lot of fun though. We got some progress done. Yeah, we actually put the sprite into the game and whatnot. We did some doodles. Good stuff. I had a lot of fun. And thank you so much for stopping by. I really had a good time. So thank you very much, and I will see you on the next stream, or whatever the heck that's going to be. Probably next week, Friday, as usual, but we'll find out. See you next time. Have a great weekend.